Have you ever dug into your garden bed expecting rich soil only to find a dry, compacted mess that smells like nothing, just stale dust? You've added compost, you've mulched, you've watered regularly, but the soil just won't come alive. The worms are missing. Microbes, silent. Roots hit a wall, and turning that tired soil? It's exhausting and doesn't always work. But what if I told you there's a way to revive that lifeless patch using something you already throw away? And a scent that's more often in your tea than in your garden. Today we're diving into one of the laziest but most powerful methods I've used to transform dead dirt into dark, spongy, worm-filled gold. It's called the cardboard mint stack, and it not only wakes up your soil, it keeps it moist, alive, and nearly self-sustaining without turning a single spade of earth. And the best part? It doesn't stink. So if you've been struggling with unresponsive beds, compacted clay, or lifeless containers, keep watching, because once you understand why this trick works so well, you'll never look at mint or shipping boxes the same way again. At first glance, cardboard and mint sound like odd choices for soil health. Cardboard's dry and brown, mint is aromatic, but it's often considered invasive. But when you layer them right, you unlock a powerful underground fermentation zone that mimics the forest floor, minus the need for leaves or years of decomposition. The core of this method is layering thin sheets of damp cardboard with crushed or chopped mint leaves, either fresh or slightly wilted. You don't need fancy tools or piles of compost, just soak the cardboard enough that it's soft and pliable. Then add a thick handful of mint on top. Stack them like a lasagna, cardboard mint, cardboard mint. 3 to 5 layers are usually enough to jumpstart things in a raised bed or container. Then, cover that stack with 2 to 3 inches of mulch. Dry grass, shredded leaves, or wood chips work best. Water it lightly to settle the layers and let nature take over. Dead soil lacks 2 things: organic matter and microbial activity. Cardboard provides carbon, a long-lasting food source for fungi and slow-acting microbes. Mint, on the other hand, is rich in essential oils, sugars, and soft green matter, ideal for fast microbial fermentation. When stacked together and buried shallowly, these materials begin to break down in layers. Fungi spread through the damp cardboard, unlocking cellulose, and creating a sponge-like texture. Meanwhile, the mint releases volatile compounds that not only feed bacteria but also repel early pests. Unlike rotting kitchen waste, this doesn't attract flies or stink up your beds. In fact, it smells slightly minty and earthy as it breaks down. In about 2 to 3 weeks, that dead spot in your bed begins to transform. The smell turns loamy. The texture becomes loose. And if you dig gently, you'll often find baby worms exploring the layers, especially if your garden already has some worm presence. Worms don't just feed on food scraps, they follow the microbial trail. They go where bacteria and fungi are thriving, and the cardboard mint combo is like setting out a buffet with all their favorite textures: soft, cool, layered, and moist. They tunnel into the cardboard, leaving castings behind, and as they digest both the mint and fungi, they speed up the humus building process dramatically. Unlike raw kitchen scraps, which can sometimes overheat a small bed or throw off the pH, mint breaks down evenly and cool. It keeps the stack from becoming anaerobic, and as it breaks down, it adds trace nutrients and even mild antibacterial properties that can suppress some harmful soil pathogens. One of the best parts of this method is how self-regulating it is. There's no need to turn the layers. You don't have to flip the pile like you would with a compost heap. The fungi do the heavy lifting, breaking down carbon slowly. The worms and bacteria take care of the rest. And because mint acts as a natural deodorizer, you don't get the sour smell you sometimes get when burying wet organic matter. Even in hot conditions, the moisture from the soaked cardboard and green mint keeps the layers from drying out too quickly. It creates a cool shaded zone underground, perfect for microbial activity to thrive. That's critical for summer soil revival when surface heat can scorch delicate topsoil microbes. Once your first mint stack is halfway broken down, usually in about a month, you can repeat the process in another section of your bed, or add a fresh stack over the original to deepen the organic layer. The goal is to mimic a forest's duff layer, a soft, decomposing cushion of material that feeds the root zone constantly. Eventually, your soil will become so spongy and biologically active that you won't need deep compost trenches or store-bought amendments. Just a monthly refresh with cardboard and mint trimmings is enough to keep the system alive. This method works especially well for raised beds, urban containers, and any patch of garden that's been neglected, compacted, or over-tilled. You're not just feeding the soil, you're building a living, breathing ecosystem right beneath the mulch. If your soil is lifeless, hard, or refuses to retain water, don't dig it up or drown it in fertilizers. Start small. Stack some mint and cardboard, mulch it, water it gently, then step back and let nature do the work. This lazy gardener's method is not only effective, it's regenerative. You're building long-term fertility without ever disturbing the soil web. It's quiet magic, but it works fast. If this method helped bring your soil back to life, or if you're going to try it this weekend, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Soil Doctor for more slow gardening hacks, no-dig methods, and underground tricks that restore the soil instead of fighting it. If you found this video helpful, share it with a fellow gardener who's struggling with dry, tired soil. Let's keep growing smarter, not harder.